every
That's a
every year is
good
something
question.
else. Because
So
we started in 2019. So you do
yeah.
the when we do the math, time what 100.
You know what? I think it was 2019, but it
I
was
guess we
like,
went 260 weeks later. I don't know.
man. I'm trying to think, what did we start around? I would have to literally go all the way back and see where
I
did we start from. But
I want to say it was
it was
close
a
to like
summer pay per view.
NX. Yeah, I want to say NXT Takeover 25 or something. It was around that time. So give or
So
take 240 weeks later, whatever, something like that.
to an A, man. You know what? I might have to go back and rename this episode 240 weeks. You know, right now the working the working title is "Idols Become Your Rivals." You know, because that's just fitting. Yeah, it's, Hot Take was idols for a certain somebody, and now we're their rival apparently. So, all right, but yeah, man. So, other than that, bro, you had a good New Year. You had a good, Christmas. So, any resolutions? Do you believe in making resolutions and all of that?
I'm on the fence about that. I do feel like people, if they want to change something, they can just do it that like that. Well,
Mhm.
or at least attempt to do that.
Yeah.
But I do understand why people do that though. It's the start of a new year. That feels like a fresh start type thing. To answer your question, uh, no, not really, man. Possibly find a different career path. I don't know. I know that's a little major, but
Because you got an anniversary coming up there, right?
yeah, we'll see how long. We'll see if I make it to 10 by
Oh
personal
man.
choice.
Oh man.
Um, How about you, brother?
Bro, I don't really believe in making
Yeah,
resolutions and all that kind of stuff. It's just kind of like, I know what I need to do. I know what my goals are, and I just got to try to remain focused, and just kind of have the blinders on.
yeah.
Things happen that's going to, sidetrack you and deter you. But outside of that, man, I'm just like, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna do it. I got a little saying I came up with, and I'm trying to stick to that. It says, know the goal, do the work, watch the result. So that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm just trying to live up to that expectation I make for myself and myself only. Everything else, you know what I mean? As long as my daughter happy, I'm happy.
There you go.
Everybody else can kiss my ass. But we got people tuning in, man. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, this is episode 167. This episode, we are going to do what we do. We are going to talk wrestling. We're going to recap wrestling shortly since our break, what's going on and what's happened, how it's happened, all that good stuff. And then, once our boy Phil comes in, he's going to give his thoughts on some stuff that's taking place. He's going to let us know the status of Hot Take After Dark. Will it be returning? Will it become something different? Will it be retired? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do all of that tonight, and we're gonna address some drama, and we're gonna wish some people well, and that'll be that. So KG, man, you ready, bro?
Yeah, let's go.
So all righty, here we go.
And now, your week in review.
You ever realize, right, what happened 5 years ago when Austin Theory was in a stable with Seth Rollins, right? When Rey Mysterio lost an eye and all that, WWE creative was lacking. They didn't have the foresight to name them the Vision at the time.
Was it called the Vision back then?
No, but they didn't have the foresight to think about that. I'm saying he made the
Oh,
man.
because of that eye. Yeah,
Might as well have
it
kept the
was it.
trolling going. 5 years later, that's that's long term storytelling. If I can finally say that correctly, that's what that is.
Definitely,
Creative was
definitely.
slacking. Triple H got his people in place. Now they like, oh, they division. 5 years later, there we go.
5 years later.
Um, and no CGI was needed in creation of this fit. Um, that being said, somebody pointed out, I saw something online. They basically said if you take out Punk versus Braun Breaker 2 days ago, basically Monday Night Raw was Evolution because
Oh man.
it was all women's matches outside of them. I didn't even peep that. Um, they were bangers though, especially that tag title match. I'm just glad to see, um, Rhea gets another opportunity to get tag team gold. I think that's important because you got to kind of keep your top tier stars relevant doing something. And it actually made sense for their whole storyline to come through full circle as far as Kabuki Warriors turning on EO. And then they get their comeuppance, obviously, because, storyline, EO was injured by them. Rhea legit had her nose broken. They still had good chemistry, obviously, going back to that match. I think, was it at, no, that was at Rhea Ripley's. It was in Australia. I forgot, was it Crown Jewel Perth or something? I think that's what it was when they had that
Perth,
match.
I want to say, yeah.
And it was a non-title match. So good to see that storyline come full circle. Liv looks like she hasn't really lost a step. Her and Lyra had a pretty damn good match. The ending of that was a little wacky, but it had to happen that way so that way Lyra was protected and Liv still looked strong. The whole Stephanie McCure attack angle was a little puzzling from a standpoint that I know like how she's gonna come back to the storyline, give me Raquel, but I'm sorry, bro. Even if you don't get pinned that second time, I thought you go to the back of the line and keep losing title matches. Because I don't like how that makes the heel look like the person that's the chaser. And my old school storyline telling you don't have to always set the tradition, but I like to see the babyface do the chasing. It almost reminds me of, not to this extent, because she wasn't that dominant in a one-on-one match. It always reminds me of that time Brock was going after the Universal title and just kept chasing Goldberg around. Because at that point, they made Brock the babyface. That's almost what they did, and the fans definitely took their side and decided who they wanted to be the babyface. Or at least get the babyface reaction, should I say. I don't think that'll happen to Stephanie by this certain storytelling. It's just like, maybe they could have had, Stephanie feud with Roxanne a little bit or something like that, and then Raquel comes in, you couldn't get the job done type thing. At least something stems from that attack too, because Roxanne last time she was in the ring with Nikki, I also pinned Nikki, so it was like that was more of a written in storyline than Raquel being in that at the time. And I only say that too because I want Raquel eventually to get that championship. I don't know if she will, and then possibly are setting her up to get the championship, but we'll have to wait and see on that storyline front.
Yeah.
With SmackDown, I thought it was hilarious. Of course, Trick interrupts Sammy. Sammy always getting interrupted when he talk about wanting to be a world champion. That's definitely a great, even though I think they announced Rey Fenix as his first opponent on SmackDown. That's definitely a great starting point for Trick, for somebody who saw the highest of highs in NXT, as well as a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So I don't think Sammy's ever been really used that way in a sense where it's like that don't mean he's going to be irrelevant, or it doesn't mean he's going to be irrelevant, should I say, because there's a time where certain talents were being used for newer talents when they had to call up, like for a while it seemed like Dolph Ziggler was always kind of that guy that feuded with the people that got called up, whether they be veterans on the indies or other promotions or young and up-and-coming stars. Similar Miz as well. But like I said, I think it's a good starting point for Trick. I'm interested to see where they go with the MFCs and why it's 6, because I'm not sure why an 8-man tag is, why they announced that instead of just getting back into that tag title match, especially with the tag title match had an inconclusive finish where they just basically threw the match out. So probably went with the 8-man tag instead of just doing another tag title match. But on that front, you were probably excited about that. Jordan Gracie was backstage and she had confronted Jade. So definitely one of those situations where, Jade towered over her like she does a lot of people, but Jordan Gracie she's just built different. So like at least that's one of those things where they announced an injury to Michin. So that's one of those things that if they need somebody else to step in their place, they really don't have. They're kind of running thin in terms of single stars right now on SmackDown because it seems that they're committed to keeping Alexa and Charlotte in that tag team. And also they probably want to build towards that. I mean, I'm of the ilk or of that mindset where do we have to wait to WrestleMania to get maybe Charlotte versus Jade?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, KG. Let me add our good brother No Chill with Phil into the conversation. There he goes. Yeah. All right, sir. Before you say anything, let me go ahead and hit your intro, and we're gonna continue this weekly recap.
Save all that.
You sure? You
We
sure?
can save her. We can get to that a little later.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and let KG finish his weekly recap. He was in the middle of that in reference to SmackDown. So please, KG, continue.
Absolutely. And also, Happy New Year, Phil. Welcome, Mike, to the show. Like it's been a while. It's been a while. Um, yeah, it's just like I was telling Logan. I said, hey, why do we necessarily have to wait for Jade and Charlotte potentially at WrestleMania? I was just saying they're running thin in terms of singles talents on SmackDown, on the at least on babyface side for the women, especially because since they put the title. Well, Chelsea's kind of in between. She's like a tweener, but it's one of those situations we have to wait and see what they do with that. I'm trying to think, was there any else on SmackDown? Oh, the ambulance match is pretty good.
It's another injury on the women's side too. B-Fab got injured at a house show during the match with Jade Cargill.
At a house party?
At a house show.
I think you did say house party, bro.
Did I say house party?
I think you did.
Swear got hero back together?
No. But if I say a house party, apologies.
Forbidden Door.
A house show.
No, you said house show. I just So Swear got the band back together.
And it might be in the back,
Whose house? All right, man.
So yeah.
No, but I'm trying to think, was there any other? Oh yeah, I said the ambulance match is pretty good between Priest and Aleister Black. I'm not mad at the whole 3 hours thing. I know some people are back on the fence about it. Like I said, because to Phil's point, if you take out commercials or if you just DVR it, it goes by pretty fast in terms of time, as far as I'm concerned. Especially when the product is actually worth watching. So, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be some Fridays when I'm like looking, if I'm not having nothing to do, I'm like gonna probably just record it and then just come back and watch it later. But there still might be some episodes I feel like they're pulling teeth to a degree, but I'm fine with it. It was funny how they basically booked Breaker and Punk, because somebody was like, he beat the shit out of Punk during that match. I'm like, he almost beat the shit out of his damn self with that damn Frankensteiner. I'm like, this bro got to calm down. This is the second time he dropped himself on his head.
Hey, did y'all see how he missed that?
Yeah.
Little too excited there, buddy. Easy, Brian. Easy.
Damn, bro. Like, you almost killed us. You know what that reminded me of when Brock did that shooting star press off the top of the
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they had
wasn't as bad as that, but it was bad. It still landed on his head. Like, yeah.
Bro be too pumped. Like, bro be too pumped.
Well, he did starter math on the angle though.
And when that mug gets the jerky.
With Punk trolling them with the varsity jackets, I thought that was a nice little piece of.
Bro,
that was pretty funny.
I swear to God, I went on WWEshop.com and was like, "Where can I get this jacket,
dude?" If they don't make that jacket,
it hit me like, "Wait, that's what the Steiners used to come out to, the Michigan jackets."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he had the Michigan color zone too.
Very nice touch. Very nice.
That was pretty funny. But yeah, and then Javante Evans got called up. So,
congrats to that, brother.
I gotta tell y'all, I like these new cats. I like these new these cats that's coming up from NXT. From when I first saw Javon, is it
Javon? No, it's Javon. I saw him Javante. I'm extending his name. You right, Javon?
You said Javante? I
first saw little buddy.
Hey man,
yo, when I
blame you for the house party.
Go ahead, continue, Phil.
Go ahead, Phil.
When I first saw, I was like, "Yo, this kid got it." He reminded me a lot of who was the young kids when AEW first started.
Top Flight.
Yes, he reminded me a lot of them. Not the one that got hurt, but the one that became a singles competitor at AEW.
Dante Martin.
Yeah. Yo, like, these new cats got it. Like, they have studied literally. You can tell these were the kids that, even though it said don't try this at home, they definitely did.
Yeah.
And they perfected it in their own way.
Yeah.
I can appreciate these cats because they, like him, Trick Williams, What's the other
Oh,
dude's
Oba,
name?
Obafemi.
I like Obafemi. Who was the cat that Obafemi fought?
Leon Slater. He's actually from TNA.
Yeah, but yo, these young cats, yo, if they can stay healthy, if they stay away from the bull, they're gonna go far. They're gonna have a very illustrious career.
Totally.
Like for real.
Yeah, and Swerve was quoted as saying that like he was like, yeah, dude, when I was at that age, he was like, he's 100% better than me. And somebody was like, really? He's like, yeah. He said, well, you know, he's a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? Basically athletic. He was like, he could never do that. A lot of stuff John Evans does. He was just saying you could tell that he was like, that he was kind of a fan of him and Leo Rush. You know, guys that were on the indies and not just because they're on the indies as black wrestlers to look up to. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Lilo Rush was another kid that I don't think he really got a fair shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he got a fair shake in WWE. And then you see some of his indie stuff, and it's like, yo, this dude's still grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can appreciate this younger generation. I really can. To see what, like, the NXT, the TNAs, the younger ones in AEW, to see what a lot of them are doing is absolutely remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Hands down. And we all know how much I dislike AEW. A lot of people told me, man, give it a shot. And it's still the same. The talent is there. The storylines don't really make much sense. Sorry. But yeah, dude, when you look at a lot of the, like, I can't wait to see one day a Javon Evans versus a Ray Phoenix or a Penta.
You cooking.
Or even him and Ray. You know what I'm saying? Him and Dominic. Like, hey, do me a favor. Somebody tell, yo, Trick Williams, bro, you gotta stop wearing them girls' boots. You have to stop wearing them platform girl boots, bro. You have to stop doing that shit. Bro, that one episode where he was at what's my man's office? Nick Aldis's office, and he had on them Rick James fuck your couch boots.
Were they white?
Yeah, remember he got caught.
Oh, he loved them white boots, bro. I don't know.
Not done yet.
I don't know why he does that. Yeah, he did that like when he first won the NXT title down there. And I don't know if he do that because Lash Legend is a little bit taller than him or what, but shout out to him.
Cares?
Yeah.
If Lash Legend, this is not Hot Take After Dark. I'm not going. I saw your face and I saw KG blink. I'm not going there.
You want to call them the lemon pepper shepherd? You better get some damn lemon pepper chicken and call it a damn day.
I will
put them damn roots away.
If your woman is that fine and taller than you, and she likes you shorter, bro, stop playing, bro. Like, just be good with your self-esteem there. Like, you good, bro. You good, bro.
Well, he's also legit 6'4", so I don't know why he's tweaking anyway by this height. I think Trick Williams.
How tall is she?
Well, she used to be in the WNBA, I think they said. So, I mean, that don't mean nothing because they you know, they got shorter guards too, or short, well, not short, but shorter players in comparison to other. I think she like, you got to be 6.
Well, no, he's taller than her. She's 6 feet tall. So I don't. She just has the appearance.
It might be the hair. It might be.
No, well, also because if it could be too that you know, the average woman is not as tall as her and Nia Jax too. That's another thing. So they're looking because they're standing next to other women. So it's one of those things. Because I want to say the average woman in the U.S. is about 5'4", 5'5". So like Rhea and them are outliers. So I'm saying I think that's why we forget sometimes the Buddy Matthews.
Why Rhea gotta be a liar, bro? Why she gotta be a liar?
Because they ain't her brutality. She ain't about that life. Whoa. That's how I take out the dark.
Easy, Stallion. Easy.
Whoa.
So look, right? I got a question for y'all. How do you feel about the Usos being the tag team champions on Monday Night Raw right now? Because for me personally, I don't like it. I feel like they did it way too soon. I feel like it was a disservice to the New Day. And I feel like it was a story there to be told that they just completely sidelined that would have made them finally getting tag team gold again that much more memorable to fans, and the story, just the story itself would have been better had they did it in a different fashion. I feel like we've spent the last year basically with Jim and Jay separate, and I've obviously had different sides of the coin in terms of success as singles competitors. But I feel like the story that should have been told with them now that they're back as a tag team is that we have to learn to trust each other again as a tag team, as a unit. We have to become a unit again. And I feel like when they had the New Day lose, and it was a good match. It wasn't that the match was bad, but you have the New Day lose to some guys that just got back together, and it's like, no. I don't care about the lineage of the Usos. Yeah, they champions. You know what I'm saying? But they needed to learn how to be tag team champions again. And the story should still be getting told present day. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something really quick? You're gonna like this.
Sure.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Hey, I gotta find the Robert De Niro gift when he doing this.
I mean, to answer your question, I don't really think it was necessarily a disservice to the New Day from a standpoint that New Day just had a tag team title run recently. I think having them drop the titles back to Judgment Day was a disservice. And we just saw that. Wasn't it the first time Judgment Day got it? I think that was a disservice, if anything. I think it was a disservice to AJ and Dragon Lee because they were cooking. I would leave the titles on them a little bit longer. I'm not saying New Day couldn't have got it. But to a degree, I understand what you're saying. If it was anybody that should have got him next before them, it probably could have been New Day, and it would have been a better story long term because of the history those two teams have together. But with that being said, too, I'm with you. I think it was one of those things, like you said, they should have had one of those things where they were trying to get their chemistry back in the tag team because it's been almost 2 years, I think, it's been a year and a half, I think, since they were actually tag, because they went into the feud. And one of the worst WrestleMania matches I think I've ever seen. That's not here nor there, but that was almost 2 years ago. So yeah, they haven't. That was it's been closer to 2 years since they.
So it was a story to be
Because
told.
that was I'm saying because that was WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, go ahead.
Let me get a piece of this. This is why I say stop the cap. Okay, I do not feel a way about it because let's be 100% honest. Hey, neither one of them groups been doing shit. Jay been messing up. Jimmy been messing up. This whole New Day thing has been trash. Let's call it for what it is. Because we're going to stop the cap. Stop it. It hasn't been good. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. The New Day, last time they were really hot was when Big E came back for that one episode of Raw, and then it's your fault. And ever since then, none of that shit made sense. Had some, I
say it's been mid.
They've had some subpar matches. They ain't really did nothing. Ooh, let's add Grayson Waller to the mix. Why? Oh, just so everybody has something to do on TV? Oh, okay. Their title reign was shit. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't pick up and take off like they thought it would. It just was shit. Jay, let's be honest. Jay fumbled the ball.
In what way?
He couldn't handle it. And I'm not saying that he couldn't handle the pressures of being on top. I think maybe he may have gotten too much in his own head to psych himself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell he wasn't comfortable there. He's
Mm-hmm.
running out of breath. He's gassed. This, that, and the other. Just started not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
It started getting to the point where it's like, bro, by the time you can get done yeeting, and by the time all that's done, he like this. You know, he a little bit hunched over.
Yeah.
Jimmy wasn't doing nothing. You know, he wasn't.
He got a yeast infection.
Sure. You know, he wasn't doing nothing. So yeah, to throw them back together, it's safe. It's a safe bet. And that's what that move was by putting them back together and putting the belts on them. It's a safe bet. Now, Logan, where I gotta tell you, stop the cap! Is where you sit and say they gotta trust each other again. They're twin brothers. They've been doing this for forever. They haven't lost a step. That
But
match that they
it's a
Hold on.
story to be. Go ahead.
True. Missed opportunities, but bro, who really cares? Who really cares? Because they can still go back and touch on that missed opportunity. When you look at that match with the New Day that they just had, where who did they take the belts from?
They got him off
AJ.
Dragon Lee
AJ.
and AJ.
Yeah, you look at that match that they had with the New Day. That was one of the better matches the New Day has had since their new whatever.
Gimmick. Yeah.
You know, Dragon Lee and AJ. Yeah, that was a nice little run. Who else we gonna put it on? We can't put it on them. Oh shit! Let's get the Usos back together back here, because then they can elevate the division.
And to Phil, I don't want to speak for him, but at the same time too, I think it's one of those things. Where I sound like I'm on both sides of the fence, but who's next up to them? That's the problem with that division being split.
Mhm.
They already beat Judgment Day to get the titles. They beat War Raiders. They beat New Day. You really ain't got anybody left on Monday Night Raw because of that whole two different divisions on two different shows. You got about 6 or 7 tag teams on SmackDown. You got about 5 on Raw.
Something like that.
Something like that. The
So you
Creed
got
brothers haven't wrestled in I don't know how long.
Oh yeah, they still over there. That would have been a great match, but they just got them
Yeah.
backstage on a forklift for some reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, on that what was that?
But like
Boat?
somebody else we knew.
That was on the boat, right? Wasn't that a boat?
It was
Some
on a
type of- yeah.
something.
Yeah, some type of baby oil filled product that just.
But
yeah.
a waste of a tag team though. Like and I don't want to seem like I'm hyper focused on the New Day in this particular my stance on what I'm saying. It's just in general as far as with the story that they could have told and just with the tag teams that were already there in place. Like, all right, you already took the tag teams off Judgment Day, and hey, it was long overdue when
Hi, Grandma.
Dragon Lee and you see my grandma in the back? Yeah. I'm over here recording and she's bothering me. I'm making a point. Hold on.
Don't talk to your grandmother like that. What's wrong with you?
I have to because she see me recording and she being, she's not paying, she's not understanding the vision.
Tell grandma
But-
to come back.
I digress.
Tell grandma to come back.
I am. I've told her to come back. 1 second.
Okay.
All right. So she just threw me off my thought. I'm sorry, people. But
Ask
listen,
grandma what's
so
her favorite wrestler.
they do need to unify those tag titles like ASAP Rocky. I think to KG point, you take those titles off of the Wyatt Six, you put them on the MFT. All that's going to happen again is now we're going to have the Usos and the MFTs clash, and now it's going to be a unification thing all over again. And we just had that story. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that kind of deal. So what y'all think about that? And while I take care of this right quick.
I don't.
I'm fine with the unification, but we don't need the bloodline feuding again against Team Bloodline.
No, I like having the separate belts. I like it. I think what they need to do is just pull up more people or build up that division.
That's true. I think the problem is some people that are already stars, though, right? Like at some point, we know we're gonna get the Lucha Brothers, but I think Penta's so over right now. You don't want them in a tag team. That's the problem with having because you got the talent, right, to put more people together. whether they have been tag teams or they are makeshift tag teams. But I think that's the only issue you have. Like I said, I think they want Ray and Penta to be solo stars, but
And I don't have a problem with that. It's a lot
yeah,
of
I mean you could go with other people. Like
They got Dark State. I know y'all don't really watch NXT like that, but Dark State is a very solid unit down there. They're like
I know them cats. But no,
2.0
like bro,
kind of thing.
get the War Raiders back in it. Get the Creed brothers back in it. Actually, New Day, step the hell up. Get Dark State. Hell, have an invasion of a TNA tag team interjected in there. Have some of the Luchador tag teams from AAA come up. Do something, y'all got.
I mean, they have yet to have the Vision go after the titles yet.
You don't even have a.
They've yet to have anybody from.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like
you don't.
They do have the talent.
Yeah, Judgment Day. Judgment Day is not as a non-factor right now because it's the majority women. Do something. Do something.
Well, they can't do anything with them. I think they're legit injured. JD and
Well, JD's out. Yeah, he had a thumb
And
surgery or something like that. Dom's out too.
Yeah.
What happened with Dom?
They said something at AAA, I think.
Oh, that shoulder injury.
Oh, so is he gonna relinquish those titles?
That I do not know about. I know they need to push Finn as a single star. That Judgment Day, it's run its course for him. I'm sorry to be the dead horse about that. I'm tired of seeing Finn in that group.
Yeah, we've totally all made that gripe about Finn and Finn. If they bring the Prince back, oh man, everybody that didn't get to see that NXT run as the Prince, they in for a treat. Or if they bring the Demon back, I know he's been doing a little stuff on social media.
They teased that for that Stranger Things crossover, but I'm like, they didn't really build that up. The only way they could have did that was if at the end of Raw he came out as the Demon and attacked Punk.
Prince wasn't never part of no damn Judgment Day.
No, he was saying the closest they actually came to Prince being part of Judgment Day was when they had that purple color skin at one point.
Yeah, what you mean Prince was in Judgment Day? What are you talking about?
The Prince. I'm talking about Finn Balor when he was doing the Prince gimmick.
Well, Trick Williams think he Prince with them damn shoes.
He was dressing up like Prince.
No, he didn't have the assless chaps, but he was calling himself the Prince.
That was Shawn Michaels.
That was Black and Gold.
So wait, he was coming in with like frilly shirts?
No.
Y'all said he was acting like Prince.
No, he was too busy in centers causing too much trouble for Michael B. Jordan and
I can see that. I can see that.
That Irish vampire that was in there. Let me stop.
So I did see something else out there, guys. Matt Hardy pitched this idea where they want to have the Hardys, the Usos, New Day at WrestleMania for like all their tag team goal. What do you guys think about that?
Take the New Day out of it and get a different tag team. What tag team? I don't know, but New Day, no.
If the Usos earn another tag team title match at WrestleMania, I mean, I already know they lost the titles to Sammy and KO in the main event, so that's probably as big. That's probably as big as a type of match they're gonna get in terms of importance for the tag titles to close the show. But
it could probably be a night one closer for sure. I think it could be a night.
No, but I wouldn't have it close again. I was just saying I would make it important. As long as they make it important, I'm just trying to think who would I want. I want to see the Usos and the Lucha Brothers.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that. Like that triple threat idea that Matt said online. I'm down.
Yeah, if you want to see, yeah,
I'm down for it. I just don't want it to be New Day. It could be the Lucha Bros. It could be the Street Profits. It could be.
I was gonna say the Prophets. They never feuded with Usos, and
It could be. It could be. Give me a good tag team. I don't. I don't want to see. To me, the New Day feels like they're washed out, like they're just washed up. To me,
I know, I agree. I think had Big E continued to, come on Raw and that story continued as far as why they were like, oh, this is your fault. And, play that story continued to kind of play itself out. We probably wouldn't have this stance, but they haven't been booked the best either. They've been basically booked like second-rate henchmen. And, that's been that. They haven't been booked to look like old school New Day that was ultra dominant, that were, coming out of the cereal box at WrestleMania hosting, the biggest thing for WWE tag team division at that time. You know what I'm saying? Versus where they are current day. I don't, I think that's part of what happened with New Day and where they are current day. But yeah, shit, man, I'd be here. I'd beat Penta and Ray. But that's the danger with Ray and Penta doing single stuff, because Ray can get hot too. Ray can go on a run if he stays healthy. And now, hey, we want to see him in singles action just as much like we do with Penta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then one thing I want to mention too, I wonder what's they about to do. To your point, you said almost 3 weeks ago you wondered if they're gonna do something with Time to Time, because you saw that whole little exchange he had with Shinsuke Nakamura backstage.
Yeah.
Where they was calling back basically to something in New Japan, because I didn't really follow too much. I know Tama Tonga was in Bullet Club. I remember that. I don't think Shinsuke was ever in there.
I think Shinsuke was gone by the time Bullet Club was a thing.
No. In terms of the Finn reincarnation or the Finn version, because the original version was Finn. What's his name? I almost called his ass Machine Gun Kelly.
He was
Motor City Machine Guns.
No, his nickname was Machine Gun, but Carl Anderson. It was him, Carl Anderson, and one other dude was the original Bullet Club.
You mean the dude from Rocky V?
Nah. You remember Carl Anderson and the Good Brothers?
Yeah.
So it was them two and it was them two and one other person. That was the original Bullet Club. It wasn't a whole. So when Shinsuke was there, AJ was a leader. Or they said there was no official leader or something. I know Finn was their actual leader of Bullet Club. But yeah, him and AJ, before they came to WWE, it was 2016. It was for the IC. It was for their IC title. And AJ was in Bullet Club, so he wasn't a feud with Finn. I think Tama Tonga might have still been in the Bullet Club then, or they might have added him or something. That's when they started adding a bunch of people to that stable. Yeah. So
Shinsuke was there when Bullet Club.
Yeah, he was feuding with them.
Okay.
The one was dude from Rocky V in Bullet Club.
You talking about the one that was fighting him in the street?
Yeah.
Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, Tommy Gunn. When was he in Bullet Club? I thought he died.
He did die from AIDS, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa, I did not know that. That's got dark.
Yeah,
they got dark real quick.
I'm not trying to like rest in peace, Tommy Gunn. Like I'm not trying to. I think his real name was Tommy Morrison, but if he didn't pass, he had HIV or something like that. But that's why he stopped boxing. But yeah,
so he died in the Bullet Club with AIDS.
Yeah. And the Bullet Club actually, no. The Bullet Club actually disbanded after 13 years this week as well. Speaking of Bullet Club. Officially disbanded.
Go back, because I'm lost. KG said Bullet Club was started with dude Tommy Gunn.
I said Machine Gun.
Tommy Gunn. The dude that died of AIDS.
No, they all had code names. So his was Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
Yes, rest in peace, Tommy Morrison. He was born January 2nd, and he passed September 1st, 2013.
Damn.
So he was in Bullet Club.
Yeah, something wrong with this guy, bro.
You just said Bullet Club just turned 13 years old.
He said Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna touch that.
I'm not either.
Pause. You said you're
Let's
not
see.
gonna touch a guy with AIDS. That's fucked up, bro.
Hey, I didn't say all that.
What'd you say?
But again, pause.
What'd you say?
I said pause. So look, I'm gonna do the NXT New Year's Evil recap because we did mention Obafemi, and Obafemi won his match against Leon Slater this Tuesday, but he relinquished the NXT title, kind of like foreshadowing he's getting ready to go to main roster. So
Why does that sound like a name in a low budget gangster movie?
Obafemi, you. It sounds
Bro,
like
I don't think he should. I don't think he should let go of the belt.
Bro, I said the same thing earlier. I don't
think he
know
should let
why
go of the
they
belt.
make them relinquish the title when they go to the next brand. Now I know Karrion
Because of
Kross,
Karrion Kross.
but that was a Vince thing though. Vince,
I know.
He just booked him terribly. Like if Vince would have booked Karrion Kross the way he was in NXT, he would have been a monster. His whole run in WWE main roster would have been completely different if they booked him the same way he was booked in NXT.
I agree. But nah, bro, like Obafemi's too much of a dominant champion. And with what he has going on. Let me cook. Have Obafemi keep the belt. And he's back and forth on SmackDown. And his next title match, whatever, have Drew interfere with his match. And that's the second time he's interfered with Oba's match. Now you have a reason for him to lose the title and call him up. Now he has an active story on SmackDown that can actually take some form and shape. For him to just be like, I give this title back. No, I relinquished my title. No, he's too dominant of a champ for that. He's too much of a he's too much of a beast for that. Like, I'm sorry, he's too much of a beast.
Well, that's how NXT went off on Tuesday. He left the title in the ring after successfully retaining it against Leon Slater, who was the X Division champ on TNA, which was some interesting booking there because with him obviously going to the main roster, they could have had Leon carry it. If to me, I felt like it would have been only right because Trick Williams was the TNA champion, so Leon that would have been a great look for TNA. You know what I mean? And for Leon, because Leon's appearances on WWE television have been nothing short of great. Like, he's been doing amazing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
On WWE television.
Absolutely.
So
did y'all see the way Oba was throwing that boy around, though, man? I felt bad for the homie.
I want a do-over actually of Oba and Cody. I knew it was gonna be some kind of chicanery at Saturday Night Main Event, right? I knew we were gonna get somebody to mess with somebody, and if some type of interference, it wasn't going to go over because you got a lot of black people too. It's always us most of the time. Man, Oba should have won. Like, dude, he's the NXT champion. He's not going to beat the WWE champion, the new face of the company. Like, that's not going to happen.
Right. And he black too. Shit.
Cody Rahim.
Cody Rahim Rose.
But I was just kind of like, y'all, like, come on, man. I'm like, no, that.
Now you being serious. I wholeheartedly agree with that because people have to remember, even though he was John freaking Cena, when KO beat him, it was at some throwaway random pay-per-view in Corpus Christi, Texas. It wasn't like somebody's last night. Because then if that's the case, like, it was John Cena's last night type thing on television. Well, at least after an in-ring competitor. And two, like you said, it was levels at the time. Like I said, even though he was John Cena, he was a U.S. champion when KO was an NXT champion. So John Cena, even though they were pushing that U.S. Open Challenge stuff, he wasn't closing pay-per-views. John Cena closed. I don't think he closed a single pay-per-view when he was U.S. champion. Like I'm just saying. I'm saying what I'm saying to that point to what Logan is saying. I'm saying that Cody is consistently closing shows. I don't remember the last time Cody was on a show where he didn't close. Maybe that I Quit match against AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. That might have been the last one he didn't close, right? When he was in the title picture.
Yeah,
because he was closing 6-man tag matches against the Temu Bloodline and Um, yeah, I want to say that's might have been the last time Cody didn't close the show. To my point, Cena, he had a couple of WWE Championship matches. Cena never closed an actual pay per view. I think he closed some live event they broadcasted on Peacock or WWE
Mhm.
Network against Seth at Madison Square Garden, but that wasn't even going to be televised until they just said, "Hey, you know what? We're at Madison Square Garden," and Vince got all excited because John Cena was on the card. You know how that goes. So.
No,
Right.
Cena closed out plenty of pay-per-views, bro. Don't do that.
No, when he was U.S. champion, I said.
Oh,
So
oh.
I'm saying to Logan's point, why KO when he was NXT champion, he beat Cena at Elimination Chamber, which it was a random Sunday night that just decided to make Elimination Chamber a thing. It
Right.
wasn't even supposed to be on the network. They just randomly put that together. I think it was at the end of May sometime. So like right before Memorial Day or something.
But
And
see,
then
the
I was
U.S. belt, being the U.S. champ, you would never close the show.
no. The point I'm making is that's why I think to Logan's point why people shouldn't have expected Obi to go over Cody because I'm saying
Mhm.
at the time there's levels. So it's like KO beat Cena, but Cena was the U.S. champion. Cody's the face of the company and the WWE champion. So the point I'm making to piggyback with Logan is saying you can't really expect it just because of precedents of it happening in the past. Is when it happened in the past, Cena wasn't being pushed as the face of the company when he lost Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens was the
Right.
NXT champion.
He was the face of the mid card at that time, so he could lose that match and it not really be any kind of backlash to it. Cody's the face now; he's the new face that runs the place. So it's like him being NXT champion and primarily on NXT. Yeah, no, we weren't gonna see Cody lose to the NXT champion. Now that Oba may be appearing on SmackDown, that may be his new home. Then okay, not to say that Cody eventually can't lose to Oba. You know what I mean? Just at that point, that wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? I think as Triple H like to say, you got to trust the process sometimes. But
Plus Oba being a babyface too, he wouldn't have been happy. It would have made him look weak, but I think they wanted to protect both of them as much as possible. Because let's say Drew had attacked him, the referee was knocked out, and that's how Oba won. Then Oba would have, it was like the casual fans would have been like, okay, well, the babyface don't want to win with outside interference, basically.
right,
Yeah.
Unless somebody else comes in to even the odds, i.e., like when the Luchadors helped Punk on Monday.
Yeah. Have y'all mentioned shout out to Carmelo Hayes on winning the U.S. title?
I was going to get ready to mention him because him and Gargano, not this past week, but the week before, had a great match for the U.S. title. Great match. So kudos to both of them. That match was great. That was like the match of the night.
Won it. He just
no, he won it. He won. He been champ what, KG, about a month? Close to it.
He won it on
Christmas.
About three. No, he won it about 3 weeks ago, I think.
No, he won it 3 weeks ago, but it was on a tape delay. Because I thought he wanted it at a live event at first. I'm like, I just watched that now, and it was like Carmelo Hayes in his first reign as U.S. champion. So they did a double taping or they did something, but he officially won it 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So official.
In reality, he won it like 3 weeks ago. To your point, but that's because they pre-recorded SmackDown though.
Okay.
So on the terms of television, the Fields one, he won it 2 weeks ago. But yeah, they recorded SmackDown. I don't know what day, but he won it like 3 weeks ago, I think.
That was a hell of a match, though. That was
there
a
hell of a match
with him and
Dragunov.
I like Dragunov.
Yeah.
I like Dragunov. I like him. He
closest we'll ever get to seeing Chris Benoit on television, on WWE television.
Yeah. I like that. I like that cat. The way that he reminds me of like old school fight Owens, fight Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dragunov is a dog. I like him. I don't like what they're doing with but wind it back. It's actually dope that Carmelo won his first title defense in such a manner. Like I knew Carmelo Hayes from NXT, but I wasn't an NXT watcher then. So to see him go like that, it was like, oh, no wonder they called this kid up. No wonder he got that. All right, bet, yeah, you need to be up here.
and haven't really used him to this capacity since he's been up. Like he got called up last year, so now we really getting to see what he was doing on NXT for a lot of people that weren't familiar with what he did down there. Like he's been compared to Shawn Michaels a lot. I was getting ready to bring that up in a second, but you already did it. Yeah. So, him as U.S. champ, it's so far so good. They're making it relevant. You know what I'm saying? The mid card titles.
I think it was just a matter of time though. When they called him up though, they were trying to push LA Knight in the mid card, then they were trying to push Jacob Fatu solo. I think it made time, and they had to build him up as a babyface too, because if they were using him as a babyface, he wouldn't have had nobody to feud with. I think by calling him up and utilizing him as a heel right away, you got to get him some prime time slots against guys like Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes and Sammy and guys like that. And I don't think he would have had those opportunities as a babyface, because you really want a lot of heels. You could have put him up against maybe like AJ. That was about it. But AJ was doing this thing in Japan and off and on, then he got injured. So
yeah.
Speaking of DIY, it's a rumor that Tommaso Ciampa is getting ready to leave WWE. What do you guys think about that?
To do what?
I mean, he hasn't really got pushed since his call.
My point, yeah.
Roster. You know what I'm saying? He was a dog down there in NXT, man. He was putting on some hella fights. Him and Gunther are still to this day one of my favorite NXT matches ever, because they just had to quote JR, Jim Ross, slobber knocker. Like that was one of the best NXT matches I ever saw. And they just haven't really utilized him. So my hope is that maybe he goes to like a TNA where he'll immediately have immediate impact. Going to like AEW, I don't think he'll have an impact like that. You know what I'm saying? He would kind of go there and have to wait, versus going to like a TNA where they'll instantly, put him in like title picture. Like Frankie Kazarian is the TNA champion over there right now. Like Frankie Kazarian, who has the, for lack of a better term, the charisma of a wet towel. So, but hey, if he wants to go and test the waters out, hey man.
But you know what? Kazarian deserves it.
He can go. He has a motor in the ring, so I'm not taking anything away from.
But isn't there like a lateral move though? If he goes to TNA, be their champion instead of just going back to NXT.
But see, a lot of people, when they did those releases a few months ago, a lot of those people just went over to TNA. So that's why you saw a lot of them in that whole invasion angle. We're going over to TNA.
Well, also I actually got to take my own words back, because then he also gets more freedom too to go to other promotions at times.
Yeah,
because WWE, you really don't have that freedom unless you're certain talents like an AJ, Shinsuke Nakamura, guys of that ilk.
Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather him go to like a TNA, NXT. Hell, even again, AAA. Look, what AAA is doing and the buzz and the push that they got going on right now as a company, man, why not? Why not? Look how over, what's my man's name? Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are.
Yeah.
Like they got some heat. Down there. Why not, bro? Why not? I like what they got going on, bro. They just need to. At one point in time, there were too many fish and not enough room in the bowl. Now we got multiple bowls where you can put different fish wherever. Utilize that space. Utilize that talent. Utilize those other bowls. Utilize NXT, TNA, who is getting their own TV show next week on
AMC.
Man. And then you got what is that? Evolve or Evolution or something? The thing that come on
WWE Evolve. It comes on Tuesday, Wednesdays. It comes on Wednesdays.
At what time?
It's on Tubi. I don't know the specific time. I don't know if they just drop it on Wednesdays. I don't know if they have a time slot.
I
or
think
is
it comes on at 9:00, like another show that we know about that comes on at 9:00.
Oh,
Logan.
here you go. Here you go.
What?
Hey.
What?
So I just have one order of business before we get to that, because we're gonna close out the show with that business. Because like I said in the promo, man, and I said, yo, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on that. We said, me and you specifically, Phil, we said what we had to say on that Christmas episode of Hot Take After Dark. So I got two questions for you. Well, I got a question for you, and that's going to be, what's the update? What's your final decision on Hot Take After Dark? We'll do that last because I want to take care of this stuff first. But I got one last question for you and KG. Now that the Bron Breakker match is taking place with CM Punk, what do you guys think is next for the best in the world? Because all we got left next is Royal Rumble, but do you think we'll have a match at the Rumble?
Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
No. Royal Rumble is next.
I thought you said all we have next, like as in before WrestleMania. I misinterpreted, my mistake. They teased him and Gunther again because of the whole tap out like a little bitch.
No, that's gonna be AJ and Gunther. That's gonna be AJ and Gunther.
Well, we getting that Monday, so we getting AJ versus Gunther Monday
in Germany, no less, which is kind of messed up. Which is
that's
kind of messed up because they're gonna make Gunther look like the damn baby face with their reaction.
It's gonna be Drago. It's gonna be Rocky Drago all over again.
Yeah.
Rocky all over again.
Because he's from Austria, but like he made his name like in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's freaking in German too. So, answer your question. That's why I said maybe Gunther. I don't know.
I think
Logan Paul. Maybe somebody else in the division. You have to go Logan Paul or Bronson Reed. But you don't want to quote unquote bury a division though either. Because people are throwing that word around after he beat Braun, even though Braun whooped his ass on 90-some% of the match. Even
hell, Braun whooped his own ass 90%.
Hell
yeah. He didn't know whose ass to whoop, his or CM Punk.
You fall on your head, yeah.
That's why he be twitching, because he be looking in the mirror like he want to beat his own ass. No, honestly, they might not have anything for Punk at the Rumble, to answer your question, because they don't normally defend both championships. Because when Roman still had, now they only had one title then, because that was still the undisputed title when he had that fatal 4-way against LA Knight, AJ, and Randy Orton 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Last year, what did they do? They had the two titles.
I think it's like you said, only one.
No, I think it was Gunther and Damian Priest, and then I'm trying to think the Cody. Yeah, Cody. They did have two, because Cody defended against Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens then broke his damn neck. Yeah. That's why he had to have that damn neck surgery. Probably because of that one damn bump. Now I know it's more than one, but that was a good match though.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I know y'all think I'm tripping. I'm saying Brock for a reason. I don't
think you're tripping. I just don't know if it's going to do it at the Rumble.
Let me tell you what that reason is, right? When you look at the marketing commercial for WrestleMania for the women, you got all of them, and they all come to the table, and then they pop in Liv, because you never know who's going to show up. Who's the four faces that has not changed? Roman, Cody, Brock, and Punk for the men's. And I'm telling y'all, this WrestleMania is going to be Roman Cody 3 and Brock CM Punk.
No, I think Logan was speaking to the Rumble though. I think we both.
No, he's just saying foreshadowing, like what's for Punk.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I said. I said AJ at Elimination Chamber. You said we got the Rumble. That's what I was saying, though.
I was just saying specifically for the Rumble. Like I was looking at the results of last year. Last year Rumble was only Cody Rhodes, because they had Cody going around with the old school title, And Kevin Owens had the old school title.
I thought Gunther and Damian Priest had a match for some reason because Gunther still had the title then. I don't know. I thought they had that match at Rumble.
No, just
What? No,
Cody yeah, Cody versus Kevin Owens.
Huh.
Yep,
What do you know?
that was it.
When the hell was that at the Survivor Series?
That was at Royal Rumble last year.
No, I'm talking about when Gunther defended the title against Damian Priest.
Or was it reversed? Was it Gunther? Was it Damian Priest defending against Gunther, or was it Gunther versus defending against Damian Priest?
Gunther won the title at SummerSlam. And he kept it for like 7 months.
Because he lost it to Jay.
That was SummerSlam.
Right, no, but they ran it back, so that must have been Survivor Series or something. Because Damian Priest got a rematch. It just was.
Was it 25 or was it 24?
It must have been in War Games. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Was at War Games this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're right. It was just that's all I see. I was like, I don't think you really get 2 world title matches on Royal Rumble usually. So yeah,
Okay.
I just forgot what pay-per-view was. I just knew they
So
had
that'll
that
be
rematch.
so that'll be the 3 stages of hell. Then that'll be Drew McIntyre versus Cody at Royal Rumble.
That's for SmackDown. That's in 2 days.
Is that for SmackDown? Oh well,
Yeah.
shit. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do for Royal Rumble then.
No, the 3 stages of hell match ain't next week.
It's 2 days.
You sure? Nah, because they gotta have.
Yeah,
some championship match at Royal Rumble.
because he said he wanted to do it outside of America, even though that's still outside of America. It's in Riyadh, but they literally just promoted it on it's been promoted. They said next week. They said it on SmackDown, and they said it on Raw on Netflix.
Yeah, no, it says Friday. I just went on the website to see right quick on SmackDown. Yep,
The 3 stages of hell match is this Friday.
this Friday, January 9th. Yep, just looked on their website.
They'll probably do something. They'll probably do some weird finish and just do bring back Cody and Drew for Smack.
Unless they do a big, you know how they did that big WrestleMania, like they said, the biggest Royal Rumble ever in Saudi, Riyadh rather. Maybe they'll do that. Well, they'll have a gazillion women and a gazillion men and for the Royal Rumble, and that'll kind of be it. Some returning faces like Booker T and all those guys that could probably still go. That only have to be in there for a little bit. I think that's probably where Y2J comes back too, if he does come back. But
Yeah.
Why does everybody think that? Why is everybody thinking that Jericho is coming back?
because his contract supposedly is up with AEW.
But why you think he'll go back to WWE?
Well,
He never really-
It's almost he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, let's just put that there. So I mean that could still take place with him being in AEW, but I think people just
Right,
think
because
he's
you already
gonna
saw
end
that
his
with Billy
career.
Gunn.
Yeah. So I think people just assuming he's gonna come back, finish his career in WWE, and that'll be that.
Plus, he never really had a falling out like some of the other talents that left or were
Yeah.
released. 'Cause I think he
Yeah.
had flat out left.
But there's a rumor out there that TK gave him globs of money to keep him in place. So we'll see. All right, so we're at the hour and 3-minute mark here. So people, if you have stayed with us to this point, now is where you get to see some of the shenanigans take place, okay?
Does KG need to leave so he can stay an innocent
Well,
bystander?
as I've said in our group chat, and I kind of said it on here too, I said, KG does a great job of cocooning himself from the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? So he somehow, some way, KG is always out of the way. Always. You know what I'm saying? So here, first things first, let me play this video because our good boy, Willie Uso, aka King of the Black Robe, aka Will Jameson, is going to do his first ever Hot Take Live podcast episode tomorrow. I think that him and Kate and his first guest is going to be, you guessed it, the wise man Phil Myers. Okay, so I don't know what time. I think they said 8:00, but just be looking for that. The guys will make a post. If not, I'll make the post. Whatever on the page. Make sure you guys are following too the new page, HTWP_HTAB. All right. We're going to explain that too while there's an all new page in this last portion of the show tonight. But I'm going to play this video real quick. Hopefully this plays well. And this is Will kind of like promoing the episode tomorrow. So here we go.
First, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody who follows Hot Take, the Hot Take community, and the Hot Take, the Fire. Everybody, love y'all. I got some prior obligations that I have to attend to, but I really, if I really didn't have that going on, I'd be on the show tonight because I got a lot to say. Oh, I got a lot to say. It's a lot going on, and Hot Take right now is wrestling, is life, and these are things that I plan on speaking about. Also, I also got an announcement on this entity that's almost as looked for like the Chronic, and I feel like I just showed my age with that analogy. We gonna talk about it. Even calling it the Chronic when they're talking about me is crazy, but y'all know what it is. Hot Take, the Hot Take King is here. I'm gonna be here, and I'll see y'all next week, or will I?
All righty, so
KG, go ahead and leave, bro.
now KG got to show solidarity, man. He finished.
No, bro, no, he ain't been in the mix.
Because
in the mix.
Here's the thing, man. I don't think KG gonna catch any strays. Because let's be honest, if he was, he would have been caught a stray. And as far as I know, he hasn't. So there's that.
Well, here, let me ask this, KG.
Okay.
In lieu of everything that's been going on, do you have an opinion? Do you want to share your thoughts?
I have absolutely no idea about anything that's been happening. Only like bits and pieces of a puzzle that I'm not sure I need to see solved, or I want to see it continue to be in chaos. I don't know.
I can't do that but laugh. I can't do that.
Yeah,
it's like a third eye blind.
So, like I told you in the text, I said, this year I need you to like come out of the cocoon a lot more than usual.
No, he don't.
But
no, he don't, bro. Because that's how come he don't be involved in the shit.
I'm saying I don't want him to engage. He doesn't have to engage in any of the shenanigans. I'm just saying to be more aware, he needs to be outside of that cocoon. Like I said, I think everybody has this unspoken agreement. Like KG is like not in the bullshit. Like
Switzerland. He's Switzerland.
You know what I'm saying? He's Switzerland. So he doesn't have those problems that take place. But obviously, as you all see, there's people that are no longer associated with Hot Take Wrestling. All right. Things happen behind the scenes. Somebody felt the need to go and make a 3.5 hours podcast expressing said things. I'm a person that, what happens inside stays inside. Like, we don't need to talk family business in front of the public. You know what I'm saying? First things first, I think people also forget too, this is for fun. You know what I'm saying? Myself, Phil, we're older guys here. Like, while we'll engage in some of the BS, like we the unks of all of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like y'all playing with the wrong people. But much like I told Will earlier, I said, for me personally, I'm not 50. This gentleman is not game, and it's not going to be a back and forth like that. Okay. If anybody saw the Christmas episode of Hot Take After Dark, myself, Wise Man, Phil, we discussed the Kill's departure from Hot Take Wrestling. Okay. Now there were some things that took place. We did a watch party for a Kill. He already had this set up. I'm the only one that came to it. I'm the only one that showed up to it. But that went awry. To which I continue to tell this man, and if you saw the Christmas episode, you even saw I told this dude, yo, we need to have a conversation. I never had my conversation. Okay, never happened. Now, I had intentions on starting this episode with the actual receipts to show receipts.
Go get them. Go get them.
I'm not, because here's my thing. If they don't necessarily have to wave the white flag, but if they leave this alone, stop the cap, and worry about building their brand, we're good. We're good money. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna end here. We're gonna say what we gotta say. Will, you and Will feel y'all to get to whatever you don't get to say tonight, you'll get a chance to say it tomorrow on Hot Takes. But for me, I'm gonna end my part here. As one of the guys that created Hot Take, what y'all need to understand, I know a lot of y'all got introduced to Hot Take via a former co-host that is no longer on this show as well. Joe, you got introduced to this show via TikTok. And I know the only face y'all saw on TikTok was Joe. So a lot of y'all had this impression that it was Joe's show. I'm here to tell you guys today is January the 7th, 2026. It was never Joe's show. Truth be told, the whole idea happened. I said this would be a great platform for my man down there, KG, because of his wealth of knowledge when it comes to wrestling and just stats, period, when it comes to sports. So I felt like doing a wrestling podcast with my bros would be a good time. You know what I'm saying? I never really had an expectation of it becoming this big conglomerate, the Joe Budden podcast or any of that stuff. It just was a good time to have with my bros. And if we had a chance to make business out of it and make a couple of bucks on the side, cool. But this was never Joe's show. If it was Joe's show, then these three faces wouldn't be on it. Okay? Joe would still be doing Hot Take, however he would have been doing it on his own. So for me personally, I'm going to say this here, and I'm going to be a little disrespectful. A lot of Joe's Demogorgons are the ones that are no longer a part of Hot Take, that are no longer participating in Hot Takes community chat or being on Hot Take. It was a lot of people, a lot of Demogorgons. Yes, I'm using a Stranger Things reference. There was a lot of his Demogorgons from TikTok that are causing the chicanery. Now, Joe's my brother. He did some foul shit. I'm not going to sit here and put his business out there. I'm not. Now, if my bro over here want to say something, that's on bro.
Used to be my dog. You was in my left titty. Scream, ride or die, motherfucker, fucking with me.
But again, this is why I tell y'all, me and him are unk. Because me and Phil, we the same age. We're older than KG. We're older than Joe. We're older than Will. So we the old heads of Hot Take. But as y'all have seen, me and Phil have bumped heads. You know what I'm saying? But we're in unison on this one because we had a person. We welcome to the fold. I suggested Akil as Phil's new male co-host when we reintroduced Hot Take After Dark. Okay? I don't know if you guys know that, but that's the truth. Now, Shelly, I didn't know Shelly. Shelly was brought on by Phil. So I told her, much like I told her in our personal DM, I'll say it here now. I don't have any problem with Shelly whatsoever. I don't know her to have any problems. So I wished her the best of luck. I wish all of them the best of luck still. But Akil just did some stuff and he started acting like a girl. And he still has not communicated to me as a man.
So, bro, I know you. Go ahead, bro. I don't want to.
So let me just finish. It was never about money. And I got to quote the great Machiavelli. It's not about East or West. It's about niggas and bitches, power and money, riders and punks. Which side are you on? I told y'all, pick a line. Pick a side. That line in the sand was drawn. You Hot Take or you not. I said what I said on the reel, and I'm gonna say it here. That shit ain't gonna be around in 3 months. You know why? Because this is the last time. Maybe tomorrow is the last time we're gonna tell y'all to stop the cap for free. That's promo, baby. You're not going to hear us mentioning that. You might hear it in jest, but y'all can go back and forth. You're going to be going back and forth with yourself. We do this for fun, and it has the ability to make some money. Let me tell people something. Newsflash, Akil wanted to be a part of this because why? He saw dollar signs. Just like anybody that wants us to participate with them. They saw dollar signs. They saw the following Hot Take amassed, and they wanted to try to assist.
Naturally.
Or just flat out. You know what I'm
Naturally.
saying? Yeah,
Naturally.
natural follows. They wanted to monetize that following to help make bread. And hey, cool. I'm with it. You come to me with an opportunity that makes sense for a hot take, I'm going to discuss it with the bros, and we're going to go forward with it. I thought watch parties was a dope idea, and I still want to do watch parties. We're going to do our own watch parties going forward. We're going to figure it out. I'm still working on it. I ain't had a chance to bring it to the bros just yet because I'm still figuring out what needs to be figured out. But that's why the whole thing happened between myself and Akil. I loved what Akil was bringing to the show with that added perspective. I don't have anything bad to say about that guy other than to stop posturing.
What is posturing, Logan?
Posturing is when you're acting like you're a boss and you're a subordinate. As somebody who's been a boss, as somebody that is a boss at his job, at his workplace, we understand what that role entails. You understand me? So KG is a boss. KG took my whole position. I made sure my man got the spot just to tell y'all real life shit. You dig? So stop the cap. I don't know what time to come on.
9
Tuesdays
o'clock.
at 9?
It's been on for 34 minutes.
Is it still on Wednesdays? I don't know.
I think so.
Whatever day. Hey, I'm not going to tell y'all not to go watch them. If y'all want to go watch them, go watch them. Because he was a cool guy up until he wasn't. But I'm going to end my little piece, and I might have a little bit to say, depending on what Phil say. But I'm going to steal this saying from my boy Phil because I love it. And he says, if it's a problem, if it's not a problem, no problem. But if it's a problem, no problem. We can either do what we got to do as separate entities. Again, your focus should be on building Stop the Cap. It shouldn't be building. It shouldn't be worried about Hot Take Wrestling. Hot Take Wrestling is its own thing. Let me tell you something the guys probably don't even know. You search Hot Take or Hot Take Wrestling on Google. This show here is the #1 search. This is the #1 search result. Okay? So understand what you're dealing with. This thing, I get why people want to be associated with it because it has the opportunity to become something great. And we're going to try our best to make it something great. And for you Demogorgons that are upset because Joe is no longer around, tough titty. He decided not to be on the show anymore. That was his decision. That wasn't on us. We didn't vote Joe out. But I get it. You're seeing the intro, you're seeing the outro, you're seeing somebody that's no longer on the show. That has to change. So the intro, this was the last time you guys are going to see the intro that includes Joe in it. Because it may have gave y'all some sort of hope that, oh, he's going to come back and be in the fold and everything's going to be hunky-dory. And it's not. He made his choice. We made our choice. We had to figure it out. We figured it out. That's what we spent 2025 doing, figuring it out. So how dare anybody think they could come and try to desecrate what we've done with Hot Take? So with that being said, I'm going to pass it off to my man over here, Phil Myers Sr. I'm going to let him say his piece, and we're going to end this show. But before I go, I just want to say, hey, people that wanted to do business with us, we had people wanted us to be on their radio stations and the internet radio shows and all this kind of stuff, wanted us to participate in their indie wrestling shows. Hey, DM us. I made sure I told you guys what the new page is. So, hey, what happened here doesn't stop business. If we're going to do business, let's do business. As LL Cool J said in In Too Deep, let's do business.
Let's do business, Murph. You might be Irish.
You dig?
Murph.
Did you just hit him with the Triple H? We're always open for business.
No, but
No.
that was a good. Hey, that was a good one. I was talking about In Too Deep, but that was a good one too. So Phil, what you got to say, my brother?
You know, Christmas morning was a really good morning for Hot Take After Dark. And I got a couple, what I said was, I'm open to feedback. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Right? I'm open to feedback. When Logan was speaking earlier, Logan mentioned that he and I have bumped heads. Yes, we have. And you know what we did? As men, where we may have gotten to it on here on a Hot Take episode. As soon as the episode was over, we picked up our phones. We may have cussed each other out. What the fuck is you? What the fuck is you? But we had the conversation. Because that's what men do. And granted, fuck your point of view. And then we may not talk for 2 days and we send a big booty video chick, in the group chat and we're friends again. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people swear that they are grown until it's time to actually do grown people stuff. And so I even asked a few people, because I know everybody and their mama tuned in. I heard it circulated. And in the midst of, I was called vile and lucid. And I even think diabolical.
Mm-hmm. Diabolical might have been me though. Yeah.
Well, as my uncle used to say, when you want to play pussy, somebody's gonna get fucked. And it ain't me. I have to degrade anyone with rumors. I can just tell the truth about you. Like how someone got their kids taken away by CPS. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I said don't do it. I
won't do it here. But I'll do it on Hot Take After Dark. Look. Let me explain a simple truth to you guys about me. Life is already hard. Life is already difficult. Life is already whatever. And I do not look to make anyone's life harder than what it already is. I was brought into Hot Take through a mutual friend. Logan told this story on Christmas. A mutual friend. Hey, y'all act alike. Y'all borderline look alike. Y'all got the same humor. Blah, 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 blah. I was just brought on as Hot Take it for a couple different times. Just as a guest. Everything worked out so well. The powers that be saw, hey, you actually one of us. And I was brought into the fold. And understanding, knowing, I know where the line is. I know who is what and what to who. And we all, whatever. And we all work together collectively to do this podcast thing. It was other people that ended up coming into the fold that was thinking Joe was God and that they were bosses and this, that, and the other and so on and so forth. When in actuality, you're not. Like, yeah, you got great ideas, but no, like, this isn't your show. How Hot Take After Dark came into play was I would get a little sauce in me and I would say some things on this show that was kind of like, whoa, hey, Phil. Have a late night show. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really want to do it because I wanted to do it with my bros and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But the powers that be worked it out. Hot Take After Dark was born. It's funny, around this time, last year, Hot Take After Dark ended. There was an individual that we connected and was like, yo, we should do it again. And yo, he had something of you for real. Da, 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 da. And in me thinking of the bigger picture, people had smaller intentions that was bigger to them than the greater good. Such as getting back in contact with Joe because he had her blocked on every platform and phone number. And then other people came into the fold because they saw that Hot Take was growing naturally. No pays, no ads, no whatever. And they wanted to be a part of the cool kids, Blurge wrestling fans, and felt they were welcome, and then they did some shit to sabotage us. Mm-hmm. That's why we have a new Hot Take page and why we're not posting on the old Hot Take page on IG, because people's intentions will come out sooner or later. All you got to do is sit and listen to them. Now, as many times as y'all have seen Akil speak, he speaks clearly, thoroughly, thoughtful, precise, accurate. He's able to verbalize very well what he has to say. Mm-hmm. Except for on that Christmas episode. He was sounding a lot like Mushmouth. Well, damn.
A lot of backpedaling.
Well, damn. And me personally, I gotta tell y'all, bro, I know you're gonna get offended by this. I wore this OTC shirt for a reason. Because I'm such that great of a talent that 3 former people that used to be a part of a show where we got them their name, we got them their start, started a podcast about me to talk shit about me. Don't have the ability to say it to me. That's dope. I'm a dope ass chief. The tribal chief. The wisest of the chiefs. And I am so happy that I live in y'all head that much for free. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous. That is absolutely amazing. Because now all I know is all I have to do is smirk a little bit and make a little bit of a comment, and you know who I'm talking to. Hey, I was able to see my daughter on Christmas Day. How about you?
Oh, that was low, bro. That was low.
I know someone that Logan mm-hmm. had to get her Christmas money somehow.
Wow.
I'm in a bind, Nate. I bet you are. And I did make that phone call. Logan, I did make that phone call as a concerned citizen.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, look. I don't want a problem. But if you want a problem, no problem. No problema. What is the future of Hot Take After Dark? I guess you'll have to tune in to Hot Take After Dark to find out. That KG. What, KG? What? No. What?
Hey, he took the camera off. No, rightfully so. Listen, this is the only time I'm gonna say everybody's name. Akil, Shelly, JoJo. Leave KG out of it. KG has nothing to do with it. He's a part of Hot Take, but he's not a part of this madness.
Hold on,
but
real
again,
quick.
As I've stated, Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, bro. All right, now everybody, with the exception of Shelly, with the exception of her, she's not even in this for real, for real. Everybody's an adult. I'm not saying that Shelly's not an adult. You'll see where I'm going with this in a minute. Everybody is an adult. Have you noticed that they started a show called Stop the Cap where they're all playing victim? Again, now take Shelly out. They're playing victim to some shit that they willingly participated in.
Mm-hmm. There's no contracts. There's no monies to like.
There's no
paid,
legally binding. There's no nothing.
People wanted to be a part of it. We said cool, but they had their reasonings. And as I put it, being Joe Demogorgons was the reasoning for a lot of them.
Okay, how long have we known each other?
What, 5 years now?
5 years. Do you have a business?
I do.
You do? What's the name of your business?
NMG Enterprises.
Now, wouldn't it be a little odd if we call ourselves brothers and I don't know that you have a business, yet we've been in business for 5 years?
Be very odd.
But then when money comes about, it's, oh, my organization, my business, my business, my business. What business? What'd that come about?
I'll raise you. Would it not be odd to have a podcast with your fellow co-host from another podcast and not promote this new podcast on the existing podcast?
Seems a little iffy and fishy to me.
And that existing podcast is kind of a big deal. Gets a lot of views. Gets a lot of attention.
If anything, their podcast came from my balls. I jerked it off in their minds. Like, they're the bastard podcast of hot take.
So,
look at KG, bro. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face, bro.
Yeah. Because he knows what it is.
And here's what's funny, bro. We're saying stop the cap. And guess what? We haven't capped at all. You knew what you were doing when you left your sickly bed. Never mind. I'll save that. KG, what you think, bro?
I'm just making sure because somebody has a birthday next Wednesday. Are we recording?
we may record on Tuesday. I'm thinking Tuesday. Okay. The party starts at 8. My birthday is next week, which is why I said for me this madness was gonna stop tonight. If Phil and Will, want to speak their piece again tomorrow night and get their finals out about it, that's completely fine with me. But again, ladies, next time,
Logan.
Let me tell the ladies. Let me get a lady some advice, really, with the podcast.
Yeah.
Stop the cap. That is a very, very limited name for a show. Okay, you made your choice, and that's fine. I'm not going to try to sway you one way or the other. Just understand the person that came up with the phrase "stop the cap" is the one that needs to stop the cap.
That too.
What did you need to say, Phil?
For your birthday gift, and I'm gonna do this because I love you. I'm going to do this because I love you and I'm petty. And if there's one thing that Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has taught me in 2025 is that I'm not being petty enough. Logan,
Mhm.
your birthday, me and you and whoever else in Hot Takes want to go, I will buy your ticket because I'm sure he needs the money. I'm going to buy your ticket to Akil's sneaker ball at Tata's, and we're going to go January 31st.
You know what? Screw it. Let's do it.
Did you just look at your wrist because you got time today? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. And this is the worst thing this dude could have did. He put me and Phil on the same trajectory. I tell everybody all the time. I say, hey, when I bring up me and him dynamic, I always say Wolverine and Deadpool. The worst thing you could do is put Wolverine and Deadpool on the same page.
We're going to the sneaker ball. We're going to the sneaker ball. KG, you want to go to a sneaker ball?
Kids, you don't want no parts.
Damn, that mean I need to get some shoe condoms for Tata's because I heard it's a hole in the wall. Going to the sneaker ball.
It's one of those places, man. And shout out to Tata's. I ain't gonna throw them under the bus completely. They gave us an opportunity, but it's just one. You've been to one taco joint. You've been to all of them. Like it's one of those type of places. Like you know. But yeah.
bro. And this is water. I ain't even had a sip of liquor yet.
This is my third one. So we in it. Shout out to King Cayman. King Cayman, Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year.
Logan, would you be willing to be a guest on Hot Take After Dark tonight when we can continue this conversation? Because I see the look in KG's eyes. He's ready for bed.
He is.
He is ready for sleep.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end this out. I tell you what, I haven't slept all this week anyway, so you know what? One more day ain't gonna kill me. So for everybody, because I did start this episode telling them, hey, we're gonna let them know the status of Hot Take After Dark. So Hot Take After Dark is staying, correct? Or is it being modified some kind of way? Like
I don't know. You'll have to tune in the next few minutes. Just know it ain't no Will from Stranger Things shit. No, it ain't none of that. That's on the Stop the Cap show. That Will from Stranger Things shit, that's on Stop the Cap at 9. That's on them. That's yeah.
I think their day is Tuesday now. So I'm not 100%.
Whenever, come on. And later, I want y'all to watch it. If y'all know us, if y'all have been on this ride with us for however long, go watch their show. Go watch it. And then let us know, does that sound like anything of our character? For real.
And I must address, I know there's somebody out there that doesn't really care for me, that was in love with Hot Take. But again, they thought it was a Joe thing. And I must let you know, much like Phil said, Hot Take After Dark came from his loins. Hot Take came from this guy right here.
Are you talking about the girl who got on the live with 2 black eyes?
No, not her. I haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know what happened with her.
Her dude was beating her ass. Like, bro, like
whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to be petty with people that know y'all personal business. Stop it.
Yeah. But we're gonna end this episode because my man KG.
Yeah, he ready for bed.
Before KG give us the rest of Kenny face, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure we end this episode out. But I said what I had to say. You know, salute. And hey, maybe you guys will last more than 3 months. If
take
you
these
do,
damn
great.
glasses off. I look like one of the damn funky doctors.
If you do last more than 3 months, great. Okay. then you'll see what it takes to make something like this last for. But then the goal to be 6 months, and then 9 months, and then 12, and so on and so forth. Prove me wrong.
9 months. Somebody pregnant?
No, I don't think so.
Not yet.
Whoa.
And let's just hope they don't lose this baby like they lost the other two. Oops.
Oh my God. No, see, look, now I got to end the show. People, thank y'all for tuning in. Hot Take After Dark apparently will be taking place later on tonight about 10:30. Okay. I'm gonna jump on there with my main man, Phil My Senior, aka the Wise Man. KG, thank you as always.
It's in my name. It's no chill. It's no chill.
And we're gonna continue some of the shenanigans, but for me, like I said, tonight is it. I have nothing else to say about these people after tonight. You support us, you support them, cool, whatever. I have no problem. Long as you still could continue to support Hot Take. That's all I care about. And for the people that don't like me, hey, they didn't like Jesus. So who am I?
I guess after this, since everybody's there off the grievances, I'll listen to 50 Cent when the guns come out.
No, listen to, because even this is a cautionary tale. Listen to I'll Still Kill.
You know what's funny? I actually figured out who his ex-wife was, and you won't believe what Tia told me. You fucked your rear, it's over, homie. Officer Ricky. Somebody's a registered sex offender. And it ain't one of us.
OMG. That was
I know your name Chris Hansen, but I'm gonna call you Chris Handsome.
He just dropped a bomb like Flex. Oh wow.
Officer Ricky.
But all right, y'all. So this was an explosive return.
Look at
This
KG face.
episode.
Look at KG.
KG ready to go. KG ready to go now. And to protect my mans, we getting up out of here. This is Hot Take Wrestling, episode 167. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Check us out. All social media platforms. We are now on HTWP_HTAD on Instagram. Make sure you smash that follow button. We're going to follow you guys right back. Thank you guys that have followed us back so far. And we're going to just continue to build, man. New things coming. We got events coming. We got official t-shirts. We have shirts that we have as a collective, but we're going to start selling our Hot Take shirt. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. All right.
Yeah.
So, until we get ready for Hot Take After Dark, man. This is Old Man Logan signing out. And we will catch y'all next week. Always remember, Wednesdays. The party starts today, baby.
Wow.